video, we are going to talk about voided and deleted transactions. The exercise is going to be over here on the right-hand side, and this is pulled directly from our basic level ProAdvisor certification course. If you would like more information about that course, there is a link below in the description. Click on that after we have gone through this exercise. But let's dive right in and see our scenario. Cookies by Kathy called Craig and asked if he could come garden later this week. Craig has done this in the past for Kathy but cannot remember what he charged her last time. He asks you to look it up so that you can give him or give her the same rate. Knowing this invoice would be sent in a few days, you thought you'd get a jump start and copy the last invoice. Unfortunately, you started clicking around too quickly in the invoice and accidentally voided it. So, how can we find this again? Let's see. You will need to be in the sample company to do this exercise. If you are not sure how to get into the sample company or get your own free QBOA account, be sure to click on the link below in the description. Now let's get started with the exercise. But before we begin, it's really important to note the difference between void and delete because you will see both of those terms here in QuickBooks Online. So void means that the transaction has been removed. It won't affect the books or accounts, but you can still find it within your QBO account, like through the voided deleted transactions log. Though it's not automatic, there is a way to recover voided transactions. Delete, however, means that the transaction has been completely removed from the books and cannot be recovered. It will show as deleted on the voided deleted transactions log, but you cannot click into it to see more information about what is in the transaction. So at the end of this exercise, you're going to see what that looks like. But if you must remove transactions in real life, consider using void over delete so that you can always have the ability to go back to it if need be. So in order to see the invoice on the voided deleted transactions log, which is just a filtered down version of the audit log, we need to void the invoice first, so that we can recreate that scenario and then we can go into the log and see how you can find it again. So let's go find that invoice. From the left navigation bar, we're going to hover over sales and then select customers. Here is the sample company. This specifically is the dashboard. On the left-hand side is that left navigation bar. Hover over sales and then select customers. Now we want to go ahead and find Cookies by Kathy and then click on her. So scroll down a little bit until you find her name here in the K's. Go ahead and click on it. And her customer profile is going to appear for you. Now, if you get any pop-ups here, just go ahead and click out of them. QBO is just trying to be extra helpful about what's in this area. So there is only one invoice for Kathy. So on that line in the action column, we're going to click on edit. I'm going to close or collapse this little bar here by clicking on the three lines and the arrow. You can do the same. It's just helping me because my screen is not all the way, the sample company is not all the way across my screen. So I have to scroll a little bit more. So it just helps see it a little bit better. But as you can see, there is the only one invoice for Cookies by Kathy. Go ahead and click on the edit button right there. Now we're going to go ahead and void this invoice so that we can recreate that scenario. So you're going to click on more in the black bar. And then you are going to click on void. Now, before I do that, you see here there's void and there is delete. Those are the two options, the two things that we were just talking about at the beginning of this exercise. So for this one, we are going to void it. So click on void. Now you will get a pop-up warning asking if you are sure you want to void this transaction. And for the purposes of this exercise, yes, we're going to go ahead and do that. Click on the white yes button and then go ahead and click on OK. Now we need to see, how this shows up on the voided deleted transactions log. So we're going to click on Accountant Tools and then click Voided Deleted Transactions. Now, before I do that, you will see here that one invoice is still showing for Cookies by Kathy, but it is showing it as voided. So you know that it is not part of the books anymore. It's been completely voided. And so the way to go find more information about this is that log. So here is Accountant Tools here up on the top. Go ahead and click on that. And then under Quick Links, click on Voided and Deleted Transactions. Now keep in mind that the Accountant Tools button right here is only available for accountant users. For non-accountant users, they will need to open up the audit log from the gear icon right here to search for voided and deleted transactions. Now, you will most likely just have this one item showing on the list, the invoice that we just voided. So in the history column, we're going to click on view. That is this top one right here. You see it says for Cookies by Kathy. Click on view. Now here is where you can see all of the information about the invoice. The changes are indicated by crossed out words and green highlights. You can see that right here. Here's some crossed outs. Here are the green. Though that's the updated information. We voided it, so it's showing as 0. You can see that that memo right there. Now, remember at the top of the exercise, we said that there is a way to recover a voided transaction, albeit not automatically. Well, this is the page that can help you with that, as you can take down all of the information here and you can recreate the transaction. If you scroll down a little bit, you will see the actual details of the original transaction itself. This one right here shows the changes. And you can easily, if you have tons and tons of changes, they will all show up here in this transaction history. You can click on each one to just automatically go to the particular one that you are looking for. So alternatively here, to take note of the transaction details, you can actually look at the original invoice itself. So we're going to click on invoice number 1016 ID 60. It's this blue information or writing right here. Go ahead and click on that. And here you can see the entire transaction. If you need to recreate the invoice, this page may be a little bit easier for you to use when taking note of all of the details that need to be created or need to be taken down to recreate this invoice. You'll notice too that in this payment status, it says void, and that is how you know that this is not part of your books. So while not part of this exercise, to further illustrate the difference between void and deleted, this is what it would look like when you click into a deleted transaction from the voided deleted transaction log. So I'm going to show you what that looks like because there was one more transaction that was deleted in that log. So if you are wanting to look at that too, go ahead and click on the X to get out of this. And then we are going to go back to that, click on Accountant Tools, go back to Avoided Deleted Transactions. So there is another one here that says Deleted, Purchase Order to Hicks Hardware. Go ahead and click on that View. And here you go. Here is what it looks like when it is deleted. As you can see, there is no information about this transaction, only that it was deleted, and there's nothing for you to click into. So you can just see that it was deleted at one point, but there's no information that's with it. So that is how you can tell the difference between voided versus deleted, and that's why it's important to really consider using voided over deleted, so that if you need to go back and you need to recreate something, you have the information already there at your fingertips to take note and then recreate whatever the transaction is that was avoided. But that's it. That is how you would look at voided and deleted transactions through the log itself. Now, if you like this exercise and you want to learn more about this, or you want to learn more about that basic level ProAdvisor certification course, be sure to click on the link below in the description, and I will see you in the next exercise.